realize later on na walang simpleng sagot sa mga ganyang tanong. At any rate, if you want a date, no? Mid-80s. Social. Sa LB. Nagtrabaho ako sa NGO. Kasi ayaw ko humawak ng baril eh. Back then, marami sa amin aktivista. So pagka-graduate mo, among the choices was tuloy mo pagka-aktivista mo, magiging NPA ka. Puro drawing lang ginagawa ko sa classroom. Drawing ang laman ng notebooks ko. Kala ng mga teacher actually concentrating on the lectures. So later na lang ako humihiram ng notes ng iba. Pero it helped actually in the comprehension. You draw motivation, inspiration, stimulation from practically everything. You have to be a very reflective person in order to continuously have sources of ideas. So it's very important for an artist to try to know as much as one can about everything. Of course, you set your boundaries. Kunyari, there are things that I just consider uninteresting, boring, and unengaging. If it has something to do with numbers and abstractions, wala akong doon. So, but if it's kumbaga, something that's more directly related to life impact on our daily lives, so I find them more interesting. So many of my works tend to revolve around those concerns. Themes, it's usually about yung pang-araw-araw na buhay, but on a more reflective level. So it's not what you would call a genre. It's really more, I may use parang genre as a take-off point for a more reflective take on some aspects of life, and it's usually focused on yung concern with yung matters like identity. Culture is such a central concern in my works dahil it's precisely because of that. As a human being, as an individual, parang seriously concerned with the notion of being part of this nation. Ano daw ang kulturang Pilipino? Thailand, Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia, these are all civilizations. No? And these, except for Thailand, all these nations were colonized by European colonizers. But all of them are able to hold on to their heritage, cultural heritage, and culture in general, basically, because they are all old civilizations, relatively old in comparison to ours. And they were already established nations at the time of the colonization. Unlike in our case, diba? Hiwa-hiwalay tayo, tribo-tribo, isla-isla, yung gano'n. So, it's a combination of these factors na where you can say we never really got to a point where our culture is deeply embedded in our consciousness. And a big aspect of culture is actually yung how you relate to your ancestors. Kaya among the strongest cultures are people who worship their ancestors, tulad ng mga Chinese, diba? And not just you regard your ancestors as sacred. Yung ganon. So the main thing that makes our hold on to our history and culture is the absence of the notion of the sacred. Walang banal sa atin. And the only reason why Filipinos go to church is they fear about going to hell. At takot silang mapunta sa impyerno, at sabi ng pare, pag hindi kayo pumunta sa simbahan, pupunta kayo sa impyerno. But it's not a concept of the sacred. It's the fear of dying and suffering, especially in the afterlife. So, unlike other cultures, they have decided, through evolution, yung symbols ng kanilang unity have been declared sacred. Such as, kunyari sa Thailand, yung king. Yung king is very sacred. He's regarded as a demigod, mga ganon. We may find that funny, but it is a very strong basis by which the Thai parang define their nation.